It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be? Could you be my neighbor? Welcome back, hockey fans, to episode 87 of Royally Quacked on the Elite Entertainment or Elite
Sports.
Sports and Entertainment Network. Sorry, guys. Old man likes to switch things around a little bit. How are you doing today, Cody?
I was a little confused with your intro, so if anyone else was confused, you're not the only one.
Oh, it's been one of those weeks, Cody. A lot rougher than normal, and I got to go to the men's breakfast at church, and it was just so refreshing. And after this bad week, I just hopefully some people get the the joke of that. What Mr. Rogers, I believe.
Yeah.
Little humor to start off the podcast. It hasn't been that much of a fun week in total, but now we're going to make the best of it. This weekend's here, and we're going to make the best of it and keep moving on and forget about the past and go on. Try, happy life,
Happy life.
happy wife, happy life, happy house or spouse, happy house, all those kind of things. So we want to get into Duck news or King news first.
I'll let you lead off since you have so much.
God, I worked so hard on this week.
Yeah, you worked so hard on it. I did 2/3 of it for you.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of week it was,
Yeah.
just to be honest. So, if you're truly a really super Kings fan, you already know this, but Kyle Burrows was put on waivers. He cleared waivers, has now been loaned to Ontario. And, Corey Perry has now played in 1,400 career games. Not to mention that he's probably one of the bright spots for the Kings so far this season. And Drew Doughty has scored the most goals by a defenseman in LA Kings history with the empty net goal he got versus the Winnipeg Jets, taking out ex general manager Rob Blake for the lead on that. So, and that's it on Kings news. There's more to talk about the Kings that I want to talk about, but we'll go to, Ducks news, league news, and we'll get to my further thoughts about the Kings and sometime after that. Excuse me, after that. So let's go to Duck news, Cody.
All right. So, first bit of Duck news is Drew Hellison became the second defenseman in franchise history with a shorthanded point in consecutive games, joining Cam Fowler, and he did it in 2 games from January 21st to 23rd in 2017. I said, Drew Hellison's playing very well right now, and he's playing on the top line right now with Lacombe. So he's not playing like easy against easy opponents. He's on the top line. So
Who did they trade to get him?
that was part of the Josh Manson trade.
Makes that trade look a little better right now, doesn't it? Than we originally thought.
Yeah, I want to say it was Hellison and a second round pick, and I don't remember who the second round pick was. I actually kind of do want to go back and look because the Ducks have done very well in their second round picks. So I'm just curious on who it was. So after I'm done with this, I'm gonna try and look it up.
Okay.
But next bit of news is Leo Carlson became the third Ducks skater to post a point streak of 6+ games before the age of 21, following Paul Correa, who did it in 8 games in 1994 and 95, and Mason McTavish, who did it in 7 games in 2023-2024. So,
well, I gotta tell you, Ben.
Well, now it's 7 games for Carlson.
Yeah.
So I should fix that.
That's okay. I think they get the idea. So it's now they already know. You just did fix it.
Right, yeah. Thing fixed. Next one is something I didn't know, but the Columbus Blue Jackets had a jersey ready to select Beckett Seneca with the 4th overall pick in 2024. But the Ducks had the 3rd pick, and we shocked everyone, including Beckett Seneca, when we took him. So
yeah, because he was projected to be like 9th, I believe.
I want to say like 8 to 10 range, like 7 to 10. But
I think a couple of them had him at the 9 when the draft happened. They talked about it because I watched the draft. So, and he's played well.
He's played very well. Yes.
I mean, everybody's played very well.
True.
I mean, it's the Kings fan was the most optimistic about the Ducks doing well than anybody else. Did anybody else catch that on the earlier podcast?
Oh, which one?
Just our earlier podcast when we were talking about, how well the Ducks might do before the season even started.
Oh, yeah.
I probably was the most
optimistic.
I'm the one most optimistic and closest to what has happened than anybody else. But I don't think anybody dreamed, at least right now, they look unstoppable.
Yeah, let's just say we're putting up more touchdowns than the Raiders.
Yeah.
But
so I've gone to the Super Bowl many more times than the Raiders have.
Oh, I mean, I already did today, so I already went one more than them. So, Lukas Dostal was named the #1 star of the week in the NHL, posting 3-0-0 record, 1.63 goals against average, and a .948 save percentage, and a league high 91 saves. So, what a great week for Lukas Dostal. He deserves every single thing. He's keeping us in these high event games. They're not like just boring games. All these games are very high event, very fun to watch games, and he's keeping us in all these games.
Yeah. Well, he better continue because the games aren't getting any easier this next week.
Oh no, yeah. I'm planning on getting into that later too. And then I'm gonna skip a couple. Actually, no, I'll talk about this. I'm gonna skip one of them because the other one I want to talk about more. The Anaheim Ducks forward Cutter Gauthier recorded his first NHL hat trick as part of a league-leading 10-point performance for the week as our NHLPA Player of the Week. I forgot what the PA. I know it's Players Association. Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah, but so Cutter Gauthier was named the Player of the Week for that. So congratulations to Cutter. Speaking of Cutter and Leo, actually, per NHL stats, the last set of teammates to record simultaneous point streaks of at least 7, both at the age of 21 or younger, are McDavid and Draisaitl in 2016-2017. So I'm not saying, or anyone's saying like, wow, you're saying that Leo and Cutter are like Cutter and Draisaitl? A man could dream. But I'm just saying they're looking really good right now, and they're playing well. I would say probably Mom was probably the most optimistic about the Ducks. I was trying to be more realistic.
I wasn't talking about. I was talking about the people on the actual podcast.
Yeah.
Mom is one of the most optimistic.
I don't know. Mom was texting me like, she's like, "Hey, our power play looks horrible," and I'm like, "We've already scored like 6 power play goals in 7 games."
So, you think about Angels, you think about the Ducks. Mom is more positive than anybody else.
I would say I'm the most negative. I'm the most negative about the Angels.
Oh, I'm
right
right
now.
behind you about the Angels. I mean, because have you heard the latest news that Ward and Adele are possibly on the trade block? The two
Uh,
guys that actually led them in RBIs and home runs.
yeah.
Well,
I'm still
of
doom and
course.
gloom, but I expect the worst from Adam.
Well, I'm surprised. I know Adam isn't.
Oh,
Aren't you in?
did you
Aren't you
mute
in
yourself?
Vegas?
Dad, you muted yourself.
How?
Yeah, you're muted. Did you hit your mic or something?
I don't think so.
I can't hear you.
I don't. I don't. What on Riverside?
Check your mic. Is there a red button on your mic? Did you hit on accident?
No, haven't touched anything.
Nope. All right, so we're having technical difficulties with my dad as usual. But oh yeah, Adam, how is Vegas going so far? Are you gonna go watch the Ducks play tonight for a possible win? I hear him in YouTube. So is it just me then? That's weird. I don't
Yeah,
hear him at
I
all.
didn't touch any. I didn't touch anything. I've looked. It shows
Let's
everything
see.
live, and so forth.
I'm trying to see if is it my end. Oh, it is my end. All right, talk.
Hello,
Talk.
hello. I'm
No.
talking.
Why is it me then?
I don't know who it is.
All right, let me try to fix this.
Anyways, oh, did you guys win the next game, Adam? Oh yeah, way to go, bro. That's awesome.
All right, talk, Dad.
I'm talking. Hello.
Hear you. What the hell? Can everyone hear me, or am I muted?
I can hear. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, why can't I hear you?
I don't know.
All right, talk.
I'm talking.
All right, I can only hear you through my speaker. Yeah, I know it's all on my end, but I don't know how to. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear him. Okay, that's
Mom can
weird.
hear both
Okay.
of us. So here's the thing. It's you this time.
I don't know what I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. And Kevin,
Kevin's
if
not.
you're
I don't think he's in.
if you are listening or you listen to the podcast later, next Saturday we want you to come in and talk about. You're going to try all the different things I talked about on the food thing, and we want to hear your perspective on it. So, but maybe you're busy today, because life is crazy. I know how crazy life is because mine's been super crazy.
This is weird.
Okay, keep going on duck news.
So where was I on? So all right, Cutter
You
Gauthier.
you did all
next
that.
one.
You did all that.
No, I didn't do the last one.
Oh, okay.
Cutter Gauthier is the first player to score 10 goals in his first 12 games, age 21 or younger, since Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews did it in 2018.
Wow.
That's
pretty cool.
I'm still trying to figure out this whole thing. And then last bit of news is that per Elliot Friedman on the 32 Thoughts podcast, Elliot thinks that Panarin and the Ducks could be a fit if the Ducks look to add another piece. Honestly, can we? Like I said, I love the addition of Trouba. I know I hated it, but right now he's playing really good, and we all know how much we all love Chris Kreider right now. But it's okay if the Ducks can trade players from other teams, right? We don't just have to be the New York, Ducks of Anaheim. So it would be nice to, trade with another team. And plus, if we're gonna play with or trade with other teams, I think Panarin's like 34 years old, and he's probably still expecting at least like a decent like contract after this. If we're gonna go out and trade for someone and spend capital, I'd rather us get like someone that's gonna be in their prime or almost in their prime, like someone that we can use for years, not just 2, maybe 3. I'd rather have someone we're gonna have for like 5 to 8 years,
Well, you know what my thought is on this is right now, why would you want to change the atmosphere when they've been playing so incredibly well? Now, it could be a back burner thing. Say this is just a hot streak and then, a bad streak comes or at least a slower streak comes and they might need a boost. If you could pick somebody up like that, it's not going to cost you somebody important. Yes,
Right.
yes, honey, I do believe if it's not broken, don't fix it right now. But I don't think they're talking about right now. They're probably talking about the trade deadline area. Maybe necessary to go into the playoffs. Who knows? But you don't want to hurt the way the team is melded together. They've played like veterans who have been playing with each other for 10 years. That's what it looks like to me. So, it's just I'm
No,
blown away. I am
I'm
so
trying to
blown
figure out
away.
my headphone problem. I can hear you perfectly fine now. Let's hope that doesn't change.
Well, thanks for blaming me to start with.
Did it change again?
I didn't do anything.
What the hell is going on?
Okay,
All right, talk.
I'm talking.
All right, whatever. I don't understand this. I'm confused. I
We'll
hope it's
figure
just
it out.
StreamYard on my end because I don't know what else I'm doing wrong. But anyway, so no, I agree. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And no, I 100% agree. And honestly, like I'd be okay if the Ducks kind of just did what the Montreal Canadiens are doing. Like they were. I mean, I don't know if they were in the playoff. Well, I know they were towards like the playoff race around the trade deadline, but they didn't pick up anyone, and they didn't trade anyone. I think they just stayed pat, and then they made their moves in the off season. And I think that's probably the better way of doing all of this.
Well, if they play like they've been playing and they play like this all year, they're going to finish first in the West. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't think anybody else is played as consistently well as the Ducks have. It's been crazy. I'm not used to being on this side of the. Oh, Kevin's back.
Oh, there he is. Good morning, Kevin. He
Hey,
said, "Good
Kevin.
morning, Cody and Gary. Thanks for another episode. Hope you guys had a good week. What's better now?"
Yes.
Kevin,
do we want to pop him on for the
do you have an update on the frozen or refrigerated candy treats? I'm just curious.
Now we want to hear you. If you just say yes or no,
Yeah.
because we'd like to have you on and you tell the fans what you
Yeah.
think about those, than to just state it in comments.
Yeah. But while we're waiting for Kevin, let's move on to league news.
Okay.
I'll let you start. Or actually, I'll start because you added the second one, and I didn't even see what this was.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a picture of it, but it was. I saw that.
Okay, I remember those ones. I know the ones you're talking about now. Okay, I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
those were nice.
It's just so different. I just thought
Yes.
bring fun back to hockey, and they have brought fun back to hockey. You go ahead with number one. I'll go to the one Cody's talking about after that.
So PL Dubois of the Washington Capitals is on the injured reserve with a lower body injury.
Oh, breaks my heart. So what we were talking about was the Utah's skeleton jerseys. Awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't have any pictures of that. I should have looked
I
it up.
mean, look it up on the internet. Just look up Utah skeleton jerseys. I mean, dang, I love it. Very creative. You know, that whole ownership group, what has been a blessing to hockey. I mean, they have really brought hockey to Utah and with some fun and flair, and they're not playing too bad either.
I can kind of see it off my phone.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say look on it on the internet
And
if
then
you haven't seen it. But yeah, there that was pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, I
That
saw
was
the
pretty
that's
good.
from the NHL posted that. And the Utah Grizzlies. Apparently the Utah Grizzlies are trying to sell their franchise right now. Kevin said, I can't today. Happy to come on anytime in the future, though. Let me know, though. Gary, you are a true snack connoisseur. The frozen Oreos were hard, but absolutely spectacular with some milk.
Okay. Well,
Did you
we
try
want
it with
to.
chocolate milk, though, Kevin? Like I said, you got to try it with chocolate
Oh,
milk.
hey, don't answer that in comments, Kevin. Plan on coming on next week and giving us your total food connoisseur
Yeah.
opinions.
Yeah, let us know if you're available next week.
Royally Quacked fans want to know if I'm crazy or not.
We all know
Well,
you're
I
crazy.
am crazy.
We
That's for
all know
sure.
you're crazy. That
Okay. And
it's more like
Adam
how
didn't even
crazy.
jump in on this. Where
Yeah.
are you, Adam, when I give you food for thought?
Yeah, you literally gave Adam like a baseball right on the tee. Right.
Yeah, and I don't even see him taking a
Well,
swing.
he is
May-
in
He may
Vegas,
well, he
so
might be gonna play a hockey game too,
yeah,
where the
because he did
Patriots.
say earlier the Patriots LA is 2-0, and depending on our schedule tonight depends on if I go, depends on if I go to the game. Because I told him if he was going to go to the Ducks
Oh
Vegas game.
yes. Yeah. Awesome.
Mom said no comment on the crazy. I
Oh,
already
she already
commented.
knows.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Just letting the chaos reign on its.
Oh God, I love it.
Crazy or not, I fully trust your snack recommendations now.
Yeah. Well, we still want you to come on.
Yeah.
I know I've been sharing my little crazy snack ideas at work, and it's going over big.
All right. So what you're saying is we need to start doing like a food snack
Hey,
kind of thing at the
you
end of the
know,
podcast.
well, we could do it every so often. Not maybe not every episode. I think we're gonna have some really creative stuff coming on in the off season. Like I said, whatever. What were we gonna name the umpire one? I can't remember the
So
name of
Christina
it.
said behind the plate.
That's good. We'll do
That is,
behind the plate. Maybe we'll do that, once off season and
yeah.
have some of our umpire friends on. Maybe we get a few guys that have never been on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll probably have Eric and Adam on for sure this next off season. But maybe we'll get a couple other guys to be able to come on if they're brave enough.
Oh, and then would love to hear some fast food takes from you guys in the off season too. I mean, we can always add them a little bit during like the year and have a little fun with it.
Oh, absolutely. I know a lot of people want my spaghetti sauce secrets. I haven't really call it ball four.
Call it
That's from Adam.
that's
Um,
a good one. That is, I
I
like that
have
one too.
I've only shared that recipe with my daughter so far. I'm not sure I'm willing to give that one up. But
Wow,
I
not even
know
me. I don't even have it. Wow.
I brought my wife's potato recipe um, to a potluck at work, and they wanted the people
Everyone
wanted the
wants
recipe.
that potato recipe.
Yeah, well, I did give it out to a couple people that did ask for it. So,
Shame. No, just kidding.
hey, you know
All right.
what? We gotta share that love with everyone in the world. So
I'm
now back.
I don't know if
What?
love would be the right term, especially the name of the
Well, we're not
the
going to
potato
talk about the
dish.
name. But I did mention it in front of bosses, and HR said we got to pick another name for that.
Better than crack.
I don't think that would have gone over big with our HR either, Cody. So let's move on to more league news. You want me to take the next one and get us
No.
rolling, or are you going to do it?
No, I'll do it. Chris Tanev of the Maple Leafs was stretched off after a collision with Flyers rookie Matvey Michkov. And I believe they said he was discharged already, and I believe they put him on the IR. You know, it's just shame. I like Chris Tanev, nothing against him. It's okay. But yeah,
not,
I hope
Adam,
the best.
not at my work. It didn't say it was okay.
I'll try to come up with something. But yeah, I hope Chris Tanev has a nice, healthy and speedy recovery. I've always liked the way Chris Tanev plays.
Yeah, he's a true hockey player.
Yeah.
You know, good guy. We don't wish anybody to get injured like that, anyways. On to other news. Sabres captain Rasmus Dahlin is taking a temporary leave of absence from the team.
Yeah, that has to do with his fiance, because during the offseason she had, I want to say, like a heart condition and stuff like that. I think she had I want to say it was a heart transplant, or she had something done with her heart over the off season. So I believe he just wants to be there and make sure she's okay, stuff like that. So like I said, I hope everything's okay with Rasmus Dahlin's fiance and everything. Like, again, we don't wish any ill will on anyone. You know, I know the Sabres need him, but I think his fiance needs him. Needs him more.
Well, when it comes to something like that, you got to take care of the people you love.
Yeah. So, and then next bit of news: Alex Ovechkin finally hit the 900 goal milestone, becoming the first player in NHL history to reach that mark.
So here's a quick question.
He's out.
In the foreseeable future, do you see someone reaching 900 goals?
No.
And the reason I say foreseeable future, I mean, you could have the next Wayne Gretzky. And really funny thing is he's the second leading goal scorer in hockey history. And he really wasn't, he was more of a passer than a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Imagine if he would have been just more of a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Ovechkin would still be trying to reach him.
Oh yeah,
so,
easily.
But we just don't know. Is someone going to be like that ever again? And we say, never. But we said that about the Babe Ruth home run record. We said that, about the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring, record. And those things have all been broken.
Yeah, that's very true.
So
records are meant to be broken.
They are, and even that one may be in the future. I just don't see it in the foreseeable future.
I mean, if Cutter Doughty is going the way he's going, and the way he shoots, but I'm just saying he's so far away. I'm joking, but
I don't know if you saw what Kevin just said. 50 goals a season for at least 18 seasons will be required to get there.
Yeah,
you're right. It's an overwhelming thought that this could happen again.
Yeah,
but then again, whoever thought Gordie Howe's record would be broken, and Wayne Gretzky did it, and now Alex Ovechkin has done it. And, we can never say never. On to other news.
Yeah.
The Sharks have placed a second overall pick, Michael Misa, on the injured reserve on Thursday with a lower body injury. So, wow. I mean, he just got drafted and he's he's playing up like Bedard did and Celebrini did. You know, the number 2 pick after Schaefer from the Islanders. And he's played well for the Sharks. Sharks are surprisingly, I think, surprisingly talented. Not nearly as dominating as the Ducks been, but you know, these teams that we talked about in the preseason, I mentioned the Ducks, I mentioned the Sharks, and I mentioned even Chicago, and Montreal is not nearly as young as those teams are, but an up and coming team. And all of them have played better than expected.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
okay.
And then, last bit of league news is the Dallas Stars will host a Stadium Series game at the 80,000 seat AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on February 20th, 2027. And there has been no opponent announced. As everyone calls it, there's going to be a Stadium Series in Jerry's World.
Good old Jerry's World, huh?
Yeah. So, like I said, who would you like to see play in the game against the Stars? There's 2 I have in mind.
Colorado or Winnipeg?
See, I agree with Colorado. And then the other one was the Mammoth. I mean, I would love to see some new third jerseys or like a one-time Mammoth jersey for the Stadium Series.
The Mammoth, I like their jersey.
The one, I forgot, I think it was Merrick that said this. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But they're saying what we should do is have a little round robin with 3 teams with Colorado, Dallas, and Carolina. They'll play a game against each other in a round robin, and whoever wins gets right in.
It's random. I don't think Dallas will go for that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he has stayed in the not 2 of them are in the Central.
Yeah, that was the main reason why he went to Dallas, was just because he got mad that the Colorado traded him, and he's like, well, if they're going to trade me, I'm going to face them for the next 8 to 9 years and torture them. Okay. But you ready to get into game recaps?
I am.
All right, I'll let you lead off first.
Okay. Let's go to game 1.
Ducks Dallas Stadium game. I can't, like, as much as I would love to see that, I don't know if that would actually happen. But that would be interesting to see, though. I think it's been an Avalanche, though, in my honest opinion.
Yeah. Well, you have usually the top 3 in the Central have been Avalanche, Dallas, and Winnipeg. That's why I said Dallas.
Or I mean, I wouldn't mind, actually, now that I think about it, what if they did a Wild versus Stars? Because Dallas used to be.
Yeah, in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Good thought, Cody. I had not actually even.
Oh, see, Adam even thought of it too.
There you go.
Minnesota, yeah.
There it goes. That's the one that's going to be. It's going to be Dallas, Minnesota.
Done.
Decision's over. NHL.
In my mind.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, NHL, you heard it here first. Okay? And don't argue. I have spoken. So let's go on to the games.
God, what's that from? Oh, God.
What?
There's a show or a movie I remember watching. And
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. Thank you. I have spoken.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. Okay. The little was it
Yes.
Rugnut or whatever? I can't remember whatever species he is. I can't remember.
Rugnut. Oh God! Thank you, Cody. I needed that laugh. Oh God!
I can't remember.
Can I get onto my game, please?
This is the way. No, I have spoken. This is the way. I was like, I knew that sounded familiar. I was like, I was like, wait.
Well,
I've
when
heard
I
that
said
before.
when I said it, it came into my head. I did not think about Mandalorian, and it wasn't Grogu.
No, he was saying like he's just saying all the.
Oh yeah,
the names, yeah.
And this is the way. It's just the way he says it on The Mandalorian. I love it every time he'd say it. So I mean, it was just good writing by The Mandalorian. Yeah. We need another Mandalorian season, and soon.
I think it's a movie.
Whatever, give us something, because I'm Mandalorian deplete right now. So in this game,
depleted.
Yeah.
Well, that sounded really wrong.
Yeah. You took it wrong. It's not how I meant it.
No, it's what I said. Okay. Go. All right, go.
So you think if you outshoot a team double, you'd win the game, right? Well, let me tell you about the Kings and the Devils. And the Kings had 44 shots, and the Devils had 22 shots. Yet, the game wasn't even close. So let's go to the scoring first. Hersher gets his third in the first from Luke Hughes, which he hasn't played all that well overall for them. I mean, to me, he's the most disappointment of the Hughes brothers. And that was like 1 minute and 22 seconds into the game to give New Jersey a 1-0 lead. And that's how it ended after the first period. We go to the second period, and Hallinan from Glendenning and Cholowiski at the 3:12 mark make it 2-0 Devils. That's how the second period ended. Third period, Dawson Mercer gets a seventh. Short-handed again.
The Kings give up the first one.
No, it's been a trait going on this season. Not just this game. Multiple games.
Oh.
I think we've given up more short-handed goals than anybody.
It was an Ugnut. Hey, I was close. I know I said Tugnut, Rugnut, but I was kind of close.
Okay, stop. I'm going to start laughing again. Tugnut and Rugnut. That just makes me laugh.
I was kind of close. All right, continue. I've spoken.
Before I continue, did you have to look that up, honey, or did you know that?
Oh, anyways. She looked it up.
So Dawson Mercer gets his seventh shorthanded from Siegenthaler.
Yeah.
3-0. So somehow 44 shots, we finally get a goal. Andrei Kuzmenko is third, from Kopitar is sixth, and Lafayette is third to make it 3-1. And then Dawson Mercer again gets his eighth short-handed and an empty netter. And it's really embarrassing to get a goal scored against you where the goalie gets an assist. Markstrom got his first, and Dylan is fourth at the 16-12 mark. Final score, 4-1 Devils. Like I said earlier, we go to the stats. Kings outshoot them 44-22. They beat him in the faceoff circle 53-47. The Devils didn't even get a power play, which there's one. Wow. That's one good thing. We're not in the penalty box, and we still lose because the penalty box has been making us lose. But we were 0 for 4 on the power play. So we had all the power plays, and still got beat 4-1.
I would say you were more like -2 for 4 for the power play because you gave up
Negative.
two shorthanded goals. You didn't just go over. You gave up 2 goals on the power play.
Okay. Thanks for rubbing salt in the wound, kid. Shut up and let me talk.
Nope. I have spoken.
I have spoken. I'm still your dad.
And I'm still in charge of this podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey.
Oh no. I'm over
Yeah,
here.
you know what that means. Anyways, so we go to the other stats on hits. New Jersey 12, Kings 10, block shots 28 for New Jersey, 14 for the Kings. Again, we win. We're always winning the battles we don't want to win. 22 giveaways to 17. Although for the first time in a while, I think we won the takeaways 5-3, yet we still could not score. Go to the 3 stars of the game. Now, if this was in New Jersey and that was the Kings that won 4-1, we'd probably get only one guy in the 3 stars. I mean, have you ever noticed that when it's an away game, even if you beat them, they always have a token guy from their team in there?
Yeah.
Do you ever notice when the Kings do it, it's the 3 guys that probably deserve it? 3rd star was Mercer with 2 goals. 2nd stars was Hallinan with a goal. I don't understand why he's a 2nd star. I would have flipped that. And then obviously number 1 star, Jacob Markstrom, 43 saves on 44 shots, 977 save percentage for the game.
And an assist.
And well, I didn't even say that, but yes, and an assist. And
boys,
yes, honey,
nice. I have spoken.
Okay. This is, I already got a title for this, the Mandalorian episode.
The rug nut tug nut. I have spoken. There we go. That's the title.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to listen to this again. If I get sad during the week, I'm gonna listen to the rug nut tug nut part, and I'll start laughing again. The battle royale.
The battle royale.
Anyways, game 1 over. Let's go to game 1 for the Ducks, Cody, because I need to compose myself.
So, I guess the way to beat the Devils is you let them outshoot you. So in this game against the Ducks played against the Devils at home, and the Ducks win 4-1. The shots on goal was 33 to 29 in favor of New Jersey. So let's talk about the scoring. Beckett Seneca on what a great play this was. I don't know. I didn't even think he scored it right away because this is when we were at your guys' place about to eat tacos. So, or as Justin calls them, white lady tacos. And so Beckett Seneca on it was like kind of a breakaway, but man, he has a reach and he snuck it in top short side on oh God, what's his name? Jake Allen. And it was a great goal by Beckett, and that's his 4th of the year, and that's at the 4:13 mark in the first period. Cutter, Doughty, and Paling get the assist on that one. And then what do you know? Frank Vetrano gets his 1st of the year, finally. And I can tell you, this goal wouldn't have happened without Jackson Lacombe, because that play by Jackson Lacombe, it was like literally like a diving last effort, kind of just pushed it off to Frankie V, and Frankie put it in the net. What a great play altogether. So the Ducks are up 2-0 after 1. And then Cutter Doughty in the second period at the 154 mark gets his 7th of the year to make it 3-0 Anaheim. Trouba and Seneca get the assist. So it's 3-0 after 2. And then we go to the third period, and Jack Hughes just wide open, gets his 10th of the year to make it 3-1 Anaheim. And then Chris Kreider, of course, gets his 6th of the year on the empty net. Carlson and Minty get the assist on that one. So the Ducks win this one 4-1. I already went over the shots on goal, 33-29 in favor of New Jersey. Face-off percentage was a little bit better, but like I said, it could be better. 52% to 48% in favor of New Jersey. Each team was over on the power play. The Ducks had 2 power plays. New Jersey only had 1. Hits, 18 hits for the Ducks, 15 for New Jersey. Block shots was pretty much even, 19 for New Jersey, 18 for the Ducks. 20 giveaways for the Ducks, 13 for New Jersey, and 6 takeaways for the Ducks, and 4 for New Jersey. The 3 stars of the game, Cutter Gauthier had 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Beckett Seneca was the second star with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. And then the number 1 star was Lukáš Dostal, who only gave up the 1 goal and had a .970 save percentage, who saved 32 saves on 33 shots. All around, great game by the Ducks. It was nice to see them get a nice lead for once instead of just giving up the goal and kind of coming back. So it was a nice change of pace for this game. So that'll be it for our first game of the week.
Okay, no 3 stars?
I already did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I kept thinking about the whole white lady taco thing. People, white lady tacos are awesome. Just want you to know. I go, I'll eat them anytime. So don't think that white lady, how Cody kind of said it, was negative. They're awesome. Just want you to know.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the Kings' second game. And right now, the Kings are as fickle as a teenage girl. I'm just going to say that. They're fickle as a teenage girl. Or, as Forrest Gump said, it's like
life's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That's pretty much it. Thank you, Cody. Much better way of saying it than I would have. Anyways, let's go to the scoring in this game. And if you had to bet, and you had the Kings playing, who scores the first goal?
Kemper.
Kemper?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going for the goalie goal.
It wasn't, but it's close. Got the right first letter. Kempe gets his 6th from Armia, his 5th. Surprisingly, he's a little more offensive player than I thought he would be. Him and Kempe, other bright spots for the Kings. Anderson finally gets his first assist on that at the 17:09 mark. So it was late in the first period. 1-0 Kings. There is 0 scoring in the second period. And then in the third period, if you had to pick a second person to score a goal for the Kings, who do you think that would be, Cody?
Hiller. Fiala.
You're not funny, by the way. That's not funny.
I'm hilarious. Okay.
The tug nut rug nut was much better than the Hiller one. Stick with that one. Anyways, it was Fiala on the power play. He gets his 6th from Perry, his 3rd, and Byfield his 9th at the 15-minute mark. 2-0 Kings. Then finally, Drew Doughty gets his 2nd goal unassisted. Of course, it was an empty netter. That's the goal that put him over Rob Blake for the all-time scoring lead for the Kings. So the Kings end up winning this game 3-0. And let's go to the stats. Kings outshot him 26-23. Now get this in the faceoff circle. 63-37%. The Kings outfaced off the Winnipeg Jets, President Trophy winners last year. The Kings were actually 1 for 6 on the power play.
That's a lot of penalties this game.
Well, we right back to the penalties, of course.
What did this turn into? How to Train Your Dragon?
So what's the kid's name in that show?
Hiccup?
Yeah. Shut up, Hiccup. Anyways, yeah, the Kings were 1 for 6. got 1 goal out of 6 opportunities, but their penalty kill finally did its job, and they didn't give a goal up for 5 opportunities for the Jets. The hits were 16-13 Jets. Block shots were 15-10 Jets. Giveaway, Kings won that again, 13-10. And takeaways, the Jets win that 5-3. 3 stars of the game. I don't think I would have agreed with who the first star was. The third star was the record-setting defenseman from the Kings, Drew Doughty, with that empty net goal in the third period. The second star was the shutout king, Darcy Kemper, looking like himself last year in this game. And the first star was Kempe with a goal. I would have switched. Kemper would have been the first star in this game to me. No doubt about it. He was fantastic in this game. Literally fantastic. I mean, Winnipeg should have had at least 4 or 5 goals. He took that many big opportunities away. And that is game 2 for this week. On to your second game, Cody.
Our second game was to finish off the season series against the back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, but this time we're at home. And what a game this was, because I can tell you this, to start this game, it did not look pretty at all. The Ducks win this one 7-3 over the Panthers. Let's get into the scoring. First period, Cutter Gauthier gets his 8th of the year, assisted from Leo Carlsson, his 12th assist of the year. That's a 3:09 mark where the Ducks take the lead 1-0. Then Brad Marchand at the 10:14 mark ties it up with his 7th goal of the year. And then Cutter Gauthier again gets his 9th of the year on the power play. Troy Terry with the assist, his 9th of the year. So after the first period, we are we're up 2-1. And then things take a turn after this. Evan Rodriguez gets the scoring started in the second at the 5:21 mark, ties it up 2-2. And then Listerainen gets his 2nd of the year on the power play to have Florida take the lead 3-2. But then Cutter Gauthier on his 3rd shot of the game on the power play gets his 3rd goal of the game. So boom, hat trick for Cutter Gauthier, his first NHL career hat trick. So now we're tied 3-3, and we had assists from Lacombe and Carlson. That was Lacombe's 5th assist, Carlson's 13th assist. So now we're tied 3-3 at the 15:36 mark. And then at the 17:19 mark, the Ducks retake the lead with a Nikita Nesterenko, his first of the season, Paling his 4th assist, and Killorn's his 2nd. So now the Ducks lead after 2, 4-3. And then this game really took a turn differently, not scoring-wise. I want to say within the first minute of the game, Leo Carlsson got a 5-minute major penalty for interference against Evan Rodriguez. And I'm sorry, but I understand why they called it a 5-minute major to start, because so they could review everything. But then for them to keep it as a 5-minute major and a game misconduct, I'm sorry, but what intent did he have? He didn't he was just skating in where the puck was. And if you really look at it, Evan Rodriguez is the one that turns into Leo Carlsson. I'm pretty sure they both would have collided, but I think the way Evan Rodriguez turned last second really changed everything on that. So I don't agree with the call at all. Him getting the 5-minute major, the game misconduct, I don't agree with that. If anything, the highest should have been was a 2-minute minor for interference. I've never heard of a 5-minute major game misconduct for interference like that, unless it was completely away from the play and the guy just obliterated someone just out of nowhere and had nothing to do with the play. But no, like the puck was right there. It literally went right through them. So, like I said, that's my little rant. I don't agree with that. But Leo Carlson did not get any further discipline, because one, he shouldn't even gotten any any discipline at all from that. So, but end of tangent there. But let's go back to the scoring. So in the third period, Jacob Trouba in the front of the net gets his third goal of the year. Cutter his sixth assist and McTavish's seventh assist. So now the Ducks lead 5-3 at the 11:43 mark. And then Chris Kreider gets his seventh of the season. Nestorenko gets his fifth assist of the year. Troy Terry's 10th. So the Ducks now lead 6-3 at the 13:21 mark. And that was off a deflected shot. And really, it just literally looked like Nestorenko just threw the puck towards the net and Kreider just tipped it in. And it was, like I said, what I wanted Kreider here for last year. And look what's happening. So, and then last goal of the game, Jansen Harkins gets his first of the year, unassisted, by the way, to make it 7-3. What a great play by Harkins. He's on the pretty much prone on the ice and still puts it in the net. Great play by Harkins. I've always liked the way he played. So that's your last goal of the game at the 14:47 mark. So the Ducks win this one 7-3, which marks their third time this year they've reached the 7-goal mark in a game. And here's the shots on goal, 32-21 in favor of Anaheim. The Ducks finally win a face-off percentage in a game, 55-45. Power play, the Ducks were 2 for 7. Florida was 1 for 5. The Ducks had 25 penalty minutes, but that was like 15 of it was just from Carlson. Yeah. And then 16 for the Panthers. Hits, 27 and hits for Florida, 13 for Anaheim. And like I said, I saw a lot more dangerous plays, from both teams in favor, but more from Florida than Anaheim in this game, where the hits that were made were a lot dangerous than what Carlson did to Evan Rodriguez. So I'm just saying that. And then block shots, 17 block shots for Florida, 8 for the Ducks, 18 giveaways for Florida, 13 for the Ducks, and then 6 takeaways for the Ducks, 4 for the Panthers. And the Ducks sweep the season series against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. And here are your 3 stars of the game. Nestorenko is the 3rd star with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Troy Terry for 2 assists, 2 points as the 2nd star. And of course, your hat trick hero, Cutter Gauthier, has 3 goals, 1 assist for 4 points, is your number 1 star. So that's it for our second game of the year, or second game of the week.
Okay, so let's go to the Kings' third and last game from last week. And let's go to the scoring. 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the first period, Sam Bennett gets his 3rd from Petrie his 4th and Boquist his 1st. So 1-0 Florida. And finally, I don't know what game is this?
Game number?
Yeah, 17 or something like that.
Number 15.
15. Anze Kopitar finally gets his 1st on the power play from Kempe his 11th and Byfield his 10th at the 9:23 mark to tie the game. Then probably the biggest pickup from last season, and the guy soon to be on Social Security, Corey Perry gets his 6th from Anderson, his second assist, and Edmondson his 6th at the 11-minute mark to put the Kings up 2-1. But the Rat, he's somewhere in Crypto.com arena, and he comes up with his 8th from Ekblad, his 3rd at the 17:30 mark to tie the game 2-2. So going into the second period, it is 2-2. We go to the second period. Sam Reinhart. I think he was the Conn Smythe. Was he the Conn Smythe winner last year, right?
Who was?
Reinhart? No, it was Bennett
No,
last year.
Bennett
Was he the year? Was he the year before?
No, that was McDavid. Remember?
Well, he was our superstar in that one game. That's why I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He won the MVP of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Reinhardt gets a 7th from Verhaeghe. Gotta love that name, Verhaeghe. Just has a ring to it. He gets his 5th, and Mikola gets his first assist of the season at the 11:45 mark of the second period to put Florida up 3-2. Then Anton Lundell gets another shorthanded goal. Isn't that the third one we've given up in 3 games, right?
Well, like I said, as what Kevin said, Kings have allowed 4 shorties, the most of any team in the NHL.
Yeah, and 3 of them in 3 games.
Yeah.
And that's shorthanded at the 8:41 mark of the third period. It's 4-2. And I do believe the Rat gets another goal. He does. And Mikola gets his second assist, and Marchand gets his 9th at the 12:36 mark. 5-2 is the final in this game. We were awful in this game. Shots, we outshoot them 26-24. After the first period, we were dominating the faceoff circle. And then after that, and they're one of the worst faceoff teams. I mean, they're not.
And they're missing their top faceoff guy.
Yeah. Well, he probably won't be playing this season unless it's in the playoffs, possibly. 51% to 49%. We lost that. Now we did win. We were 1 for 4 on the power play, and they were 0 for 2. So we won that. But I mean, there was all these little mistakes in this game that happened. We got out hit again, 24-16. And I don't believe last season we were getting out hit a lot. We were out hitting the other team and doing more block shots than the other team. Although we did win that battle in this game, 16-14. Of course, we won the giveaways again, 13-11. And actually, the takeaways again, 4-2 against the Panthers. Let's go to the 3 stars of the game. And once again, a game in Los Angeles, there isn't a king in the bunch. Lundell was the 3rd star with a goal. Mikola with 2 assists was the 2nd star. And the Rat was Brad Marchand was the 1st star with 2 goals. And that was the 3rd and last game of this week. On to your 3rd and last game, Cody. Then we can talk about where we stand with predictions, and then we can make our predictions for this next week.
All right. So the last game of the week was Thursday against the Dallas Stars in Dallas, by the way. So I'm not even going to tell you the score of the game. I'm going to just go right into the scoring. Didn't look good right away for the Ducks. Wyatt Johnston on not 1, but 2 power plays. So Wyatt Johnston gets his first goal, his 8th of the year on the power play to make it 1-0, and then another one to make it his 9th of the year. So it's 2-0 after the first period. So first of all, not good for the power penalty kill to give up 2 power plays like that. And they were both pretty quick too. And then next up, Chris Kreider. At least we score on the power play. Chris Kreider, his 8th of the year on the power play. Leo Carlson, his 14th assist of the year to make it 2-1 Dallas. And then Ian Moore gets his first career NHL goal. So congratulations to Ian Moore. Paling and Nestorenko get the assist. So now we're tied 2-2 at the 2:48 mark in the second. So that's right. We scored 2 goals within the first 3 minutes of the second period. And then Tyler Seguin gets his 4th of the year. And Tyler Seguin in his 14-15 career in the NHL. That was his first ever goal against the Anaheim Ducks.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's scored against every team so far except for now there's one team left. And that's the Seattle Kraken. So he just needs to score against one more team to complete the his bingo card. So now it's 3-2 Dallas, but then Cutter Gauthier again gets his 11th of the year, Kaloran his third assist of the year. So now we're tied 3-3 at the 14:07 mark. But then Olin Zellweger on the power play gets his first of the year. So now the Anaheim leads 4-3 at the 17:05 mark. Seneca with his fourth assist of the year and Kaloran his fourth assist of the year. So now Anaheim's up 4-3 after 2 periods. And then what a wild third period this was. Chris Kreider on another tip-in shot. Like I said, this is what the Ducks needed. So Kreider gets his 9th goal in 9 games that he's played. So he's a goal-a-game player right now. Hellison had his 5th assist of the year. Terry his 11th of the year. And that was 16 seconds into the third period. But then Mikko Rantanen on the power play gets his 8th of the year. So now it's 5-4 Anaheim. And that was at the 150 mark in the third. But then Leo Carlsson again gets his 6th of the year, shorthanded, by the way. Troy Terry, his 12th assist of the year. That was at the 9:22 mark in the third, so that Anaheim's up 6-4. And then Rupe Hintz gets his 2nd of the year on a deflected shot. So now it's 6-5 Anaheim. But then Mason McTavish, by the way, what a great overall goal this was, even though it was an empty net goal. But just the selfless play that Seneca had. So Cutter usually when Cutter has the puck in the offensive zone, he's usually shooting it, especially with no goalie in the net. But no, he slides it over to Beckett, and Beckett holds on to it. And Beckett had a shot, but the defenseman for Dallas kind of was sliding in, and as the player slid, Beckett slid it. Instead of shooting it, slid it to McTavish, who was streaking down the middle, and McTavish nets the empty netter to make it 7-5 Anaheim, and that's your final. So in back-to-back games, the Ducks score 7 goals. So here are the game stats. Shots on goal, 26-25 in favor of Dallas. 60-40 in the faceoff percentage. Of course, Dallas. The Ducks aren't going to win all those. Power plays. It was just not an all-around good game for the penalty kills, but great for if you're on the power play. Dallas was 3 for 5, and the Ducks were 2 for 5 on the power play. Each team had 10 penalty minutes. Ducks did out-hit Dallas 22-15. Dallas had 19 block shots to Anaheim's 10. 17 giveaways for Dallas, only 10 giveaways for the Ducks, and then each team had 5 takeaways. And here are your 3 stars of the game. Leo Carlsson with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points as the number 3 star. Wyatt Johnston, 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points, was the number 2 star. And then Chris Kreider was the number 1 star with 2 goals. So now the Ducks, I believe, now have I'll say it right here. The Ducks have put up 4 7-goal games this season in just 13 games under Coach Q. That's the same number of 7-goal games this franchise has had in the previous 4 seasons combined. Combined.
Crazy.
Yeah. And let's see if I can find that list real quick. And then after this game, so here's the most points within the first 13 games in Ducks history. So you're going to hear a lot of great names on this. So right now, Leo Carlsson is number 1 on that list with 20 points in 13 games. And then it's pretty much a 6-way tie for second place. So I'm going to just name off the names, and all of them have had 17 points. Troy Terry, Cutter Gauthier this season, 17 points. And then now, Teemu Selanne in 99, in the year 1999-2000, Corey Perry, 2009-2010, Paul Kariya, 98-99, and then Troy Terry in 22-23. So Troy Terry's on this list twice. And like I said, it's very high event hockey. And I'm loving this right now. I mean,
You
we're
should.
giving up we're giving up a lot of chances, but we're also getting and scoring on a lot of chances. So I don't know if you had anything else to add before we get into predictions.
Well, I want to go over how we've done so far in our predictions.
Okay,
Since
go for it.
we just finished that for last week. You went 2-1 this week,
Yeah.
and you are 7-6.
Okay. I'm
A little more
500.
faith. You're over 500, but if you had faith, you'd have been way up because they've been playing so well.
Yeah.
And then I went 2-1. I'm 6-9. And honestly, I don't know what team's going to show up. I mean, obviously, I picked all 3 games to lose all 3 games. They did lose 2 of them, but they beat Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And shut them out. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm 6-9. You're 7-6, and now we've got this next week, which I predicted, but I don't know if I looked to see what you predicted.
I'm putting it in my stuff right now as we're talking. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't put it in, but I've got it written down. I guess I could do.
You don't even have yours written down on the notes.
I have it written down on the sheet.
Okay. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Why don't you go and I'll put them in the notes.
In the notes. All right. Yeah. So the Ducks play tonight in Vegas. So if you're in Vegas, go say hi to Adam, and go support Patriots hockey out there. So the Ducks will play the Knights, and sadly, I have the Ducks losing this game. So I have the Ducks losing this game 4-2. It's just, I don't know what it is. The Ducks just never really play well against the Knights. So they've never have played well. So I'm gonna go with a 4-2 loss against the Knights. So that breaks our 5-game winning streak. But then I have the Ducks winning tomorrow, Sunday. So the Ducks have a away and then a home, which is weird. So they play in Vegas and they come back home against the Jets tomorrow. And that's another late game, a 7:00 game at night. I have the Ducks winning this one 4-3. And then Tuesday on 11/11, the Ducks are playing in Colorado. I have them losing that one 5-3. And then on Thursday, the Ducks head over to Detroit, and I have them winning that game 6-3. So I have the Ducks going 2-2 this week. Which, and all of, like if you really look at this schedule, the Ducks have faced what now? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that were in the playoffs last year, and one team that's, I believe, number 1 in their division right now, Detroit, and they're playing well. So like I said, the Ducks are playing against very hard teams right now. So it's, and for them to go to already have 6 points already against 6 of those teams, I would say it's already on a positive note on our end. So, but yeah, so I have the Ducks going 2-2 this week.
Okay, so I'll go to my games. The Kings will be playing tomorrow in Pittsburgh against the Penguins, and we just never play well against the Penguins. I have the Kings losing that game 4-2. Then we go to Montreal and play the Canadiens, and for some reason, I don't know why, I picked the Kings to win this game 6-5.
High scoring.
And then Kings suck. I'll get onto that in just a second. And then Thursday, the Kings play in Toronto, and I have them. They never play well against Toronto either. I have them losing 4-2.
Okay. And then real quick, a little Patriots update. The
Update.
Patriots will play tonight at either 3 p.m., 4:10, or 5:20. For Adam, there's still a chance to go to the Ducks game tonight in Vegas, but the Patriots won't know their second round schedule for about another hour. So, all right. Well, Adam, if you put it on Instagram or anything, let me know or mention us in it, and I'll put it on the socials for you guys too. So that way everyone can know.
Well, we're at whatever time it is, Adam. You guys go win the game, win the tournament, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
We
Go
want
Patriots.
you to win that.
Never thought I'd say that.
Yeah. No.
A different
we would
Patriots.
definitely.
This is better.
Yeah, obviously than the New England Patriots, although they are
that's
playing,
what I meant.
They are playing well, the New
Yes,
England
they
Patriots. Anyways, yeah, so Kings fans, let me ask you a question. Is it thumbs up or thumbs down for Hiller right now? Do the Kings need a change? They play so inconsistently, and I can't even remember them making the stupid small mistakes they're making this season, giving up these, goals that shouldn't happen. Yes, Hiller, Ken, Luke, thumbs down. I'm totally with you, Kevin. We're in total agreement with that. So, if this is the way it's going to be, it's time for a retool. Unless someone can come in and inspire these guys to play Kings hockey like we know it. And I'm just really this frustration on top of everything else that's been frustrating here lately for me and the business of life. The Kings have been a total disappointment, even with a shutout win against Winnipeg. I was so shocked. But, I got to tell you, if Darcy Kemper wasn't playing like he played last year, we would have lost that game 5-3. We really should have. But Kemper was so good. So, not a huge rant. I'm not going to yell and scream. That's not worth it to be that unhappy. But I just want to ask you fans, what do you think? Are we going to take a chance on ex-Stars coach DeBoer to come in, who players hate, but he seems to get them to a conference final? You just can't get them into the Stanley Cup. I'd take a conference final right now. I would. I got to say, I do love the move with Corey. Corey Perry has been awesome. Armia hasn't been bad, but it's just there's been so much inconsistency with a lot of other players. It's been frustrating. So, anyways, guys, I'm frustrated. I know all the Kings fans are frustrated, and Cody, you guys can stand up, give the Ducks a standing O. They've been playing awesome, and it's been fun to watch. Now, the only thing I could say about this whole thing with them, if they can't play better defense, they're not going to go far, because that's what wins playoffs. They got to pick their defense up. Just a word of advice to the Ducks. They need to do that.
Yeah.
And then besides that, have you looked to see who the scoring leaders in hockey are right now, Cody? Have you looked at that at all?
Yes, I have.
So you know who's number 1 and number 2?
Yes, I do.
And who are they?
The two people who you gave us the question before the season started, who's going to have more points this year?
And they're battling for it, aren't they?
And they're 1 point off. So my buddy actually did a on Prize Picks. He did a parlay for like over and under on points for each player. And he's like, I don't know who this Connor Bedard guy is, but I had him getting at least 1 assist tonight. And it was last night. And I told him, I was like, dude, it's going to hit. And he's like, really? I'm like, you don't have to worry about that one. It's going to hit. And you want to know what? Bedard had 4 points last night. 1 goal, 3 assists. And I texted him, I was like, told you. Told you that was a good hit. So
do you think he could have heard or seen maybe a reel that we did that we all agree that Celebrini would have more points and he's trying to prove us wrong?
yeah.
And for the first time in a long time, there's a Duck in the top 20.
There's a yeah, because there's a lot of
And there's one on just outside of it, or two out just outside of it.
Oh, we also have one that's tied for first in goals.
Cutter.
He's tied with Sidney Crosby.
Everybody laughs when I pick him up every season in fantasy, even though he's an old man.
So right now, Leo Carlson is tied for 4th with 14 assists. Cutter's tied for number 1 in goals with Sidney Crosby with 11. And points, Leo Carlson is tied for 6th with 20 points. So, and number 1 right now is Macklin Celebrini with 23, and Bedard is 22. But here's the thing you also got to think about is I would say majority of these players have also played 2 more games than the Ducks have. Macklin, Celebrini, and Bedard, they've played 15 games. Carlson and the Ducks, we've only played 13. So there's a chance that maybe when we're even on games.
Oh, you never know. You never know. That's for sure. And it's this is been the upside down season so far.
Yeah.
Things have not played out like I don't think anybody would have totally predicted some of the things that have happened. Florida is not in the playoff hunt right now. The Ducks, are they number 1 in the West?
They're no.
I mean, okay, let's go percentage of points instead of just
points percentage. Let's see. The Ducks are 2nd behind Colorado. Colorado has a 750 points percentage. The Ducks have a 731. But like I said, Colorado has also played one extra game.
Yeah, and it's funny. Was it a week or two? I mentioned about Draisaitl and McDavid not being in the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look where McDavid is right now?
No.
You said you looked, so you should know. When I asked the previous question, you said you looked at the top 20.
What does it show me? McDavid's tied for 3rd in points, the 21.
Yeah. He wasn't even in there a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
So he's picked up his game. Totally. And I know we jokingly call him McJesus. I mean, just because that's how talented this guy is. He's incredibly talented. The Oilers got him for a bargain, at 12.5 million for 2 more years. And I even told you guys why. He doesn't truly believe they can be signing an 8-year contract there isn't attractive if he can't win a cup. He did 2 more years because they still probably have an outside chance of doing that if everything went right. But they're getting older, and they were so salary cap strapped that how much can they do?
Yeah.
And then again, a team like the Ducks, a team like Chicago, a team like Montreal, or even the San Jose Sharks in a couple years could be a landing spot for Connor McDavid if the Oilers don't do their due diligence and put more talent around him. Just saying that out loud. It's on Royally Quacked, episode 87. And if it comes to fruition, you all owe me $100. And if that does happen, I should be able to retire, and maybe even you. I'll have so much money. Of course, nobody's going to give me the $100, but I'm just saying that's a prediction I'm making right now. And that's about it for me this episode. Cody, do you have any more to talk about?
So there's 5 teams that have a plus double digits in goal differential. Could you guess the 5 teams?
Ducks.
They're one. They're tied for the most with 2 teams.
I'm trying to think. Detroit?
Detroit is no, they're at a -1 goal differential.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me think. Because I don't know. I haven't looked at that part in the standings.
2 you should definitely get the 2 from the West. And you should get at least 1 from the East. The other one will shock you. In the East.
Would it be the Vegas?
No, they're at a +5 goal differential.
Another one in the West.
There's 2 in the West, and they should be 2 easy ones.
So I'm trying to think.
You just played one of them, and the Ducks are about to play. You guys just played them, and the Ducks are about to play both these teams.
Jets.
They have +11.
And New Jersey?
In the West?
No, in the East. I was thinking New Jersey.
New Jersey's +7.
What? +7? Okay.
Yeah.
At least I'm getting them in the plus. There's another. That was the 2 teams in the West were the Ducks.
There's
and
Ducks,
3 in the West.
Jets, and there's one more team in the West.
Okay. Let me think.
Their team rhymes with Maldorado Avalanche.
Tugnut, Rugnut. No.
Yes.
Colorado Avalanche.
Yes, the Ducks are tied with them with the +13. And then there's one other team that has a +13 in the East, and another team in the East that has +11. So one of the teams you should definitely get because they're more known for their defensive game, and the other one would shock you. But their hot
Carolina?
start. Carolina is the other team with the +13, and the surprise team that everyone's shocked that they're winning right now.
Montreal?
No, Montreal has a +6.
Okay. I'm Pittsburgh.
There you go. Pittsburgh. They have a +11.
You know, if you didn't mention them in first place, was it last week or in a conversation we had? I had no idea they were even there. You know, I've been watching the Kings games. I've been not looking.
They're tied with New Jersey right now. In first in the Metro, but New Jersey has a game in hand, so they're number 1.
Maybe that's why Pittsburgh isn't interested in trading because they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, Crosby and Malkin have looked good. Let's see. Right now, if the playoffs started today, it would be Colorado versus Chicago, Ducks versus Dallas, Winnipeg versus Utah, and Vegas versus Seattle. And that's in the West. In the East, you would have, I don't know who would have, let's see, let's go by conference. New Jersey would probably go against, let's see, trying to figure this out. It would be Montreal versus Philly, New Jersey versus Toronto, Detroit versus Boston, and Pittsburgh versus Carolina. And that's if everything ended today.
Yeah, a lot of teams that you wouldn't have expected to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. And Beckett Seneca is also tied for 3rd with 9 points for all rookies. Demidov and Schaefer are 1 and 2.
I got to tell you, I didn't think he was ready, but I was wrong.
I didn't think, honestly, I 100% agree with you. The way he played in the rookie face-off and preseason, I was just like, yeah, he's probably going back to juniors, or they're going to try and work something out, but it's working.
Because I'm telling you right now, because I think Green Tree is similar to Seneca and talent and everything else. I go, if we're not gonna win, let's just bring him up and let him play.
Yeah.
Let him grow. Let him grow. I mean, we can dump some of these other people, just eat their salaries and retool. If we're not going to play more consistently than we have, and we're not doing that right now under Hiller, it's time to make a move. I know some people will disagree with that, but you know what? I did have fun watching the Jets game, but most of these games, it's like they're disappointing to watch because I see, you know, many hockey mistakes made by professional players and on a consistent level. It's just unheard of.
Yeah. All right. Last thing before we get out of here. Can you name me the goalies, or the number one goalie for goals against average and the number one goalie with save percentage? If you get it within the first 3 chances, then I'll be shocked. Let's just say if you get it.
Well, I haven't looked, so it's gonna totally be a guess.
Okay.
Let me think here. But the guy from Montreal?
Dobas? No.
No, he's not there.
No, he's tied for 6th in save percentage and 5th in goals against average.
Okay, so he's not bad. So that's not a bad
No.
guess.
It's not a bad guess. No.
I'll throw it out there just because you're asking the Dostal.
No. He's not in top 10.
I didn't think so because I've seen
He's not in top 10 in either.
Yeah, well, that's because they've been not playing as good a defense. They've just been way really good at offense. Oh, Kevin, way to go, Kevin! You're giving a rant. I love it, brother.
Holland took a team that was one of the youngest in the playoffs and made them the second oldest team in the league. If this team can't win this year or next, it might be time for a retool or full-blown rebuild. Maybe it sounds dramatic since the Kings are in touching distance of being in a good shape in the standings. Plus, it's still early in the year, but things seem to be trending in the wrong way.
So you're in total agreement with me, Kevin, and I appreciate that. And I do agree with you. I mean, a rebuild. I mean, you do have tools. You have Clark. You have Byfield, LaFerriere. Trying to think anybody else. They really don't have. Yeah, maybe it would be a rebuild. They could build off that, and look at if you look at the future in goal. Wow.
Now here's the thing, and here's my honest opinion. If you guys don't sign Kempe and say he signs somewhere else, I say you rebuild.
I say you fire everybody in the front office.
Yeah, and then try to build around Byfield and LaFerriere.
And Clark and the thing is this is taking us totally off what you just asked me, but that's okay because I'm gonna know this more than I'm gonna know that because I'm gonna have to guess. Anyways, now I totally lost what I was gonna say. Yeah, I know what I was gonna say. I mean fire everybody in the front office, all the way up to president, and one of my favorite players of all time. He's probably 1A and Timu is probably 1B. And I know it's probably weird for a Kings fan to like a Ducks player so much. I just like him as a person. And not only that, he was a great player. And Find somebody that doesn't like Timu. Show me someone who doesn't like him. He's a likable. I mean, Luke's a likable guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? He brought in Hiller. He brought in Holland. You know, we need to go in a different direction. Oh, and I know that one other thing I was going to say, and I will try to guess the goalies, Cody. I know I'm probably just trying to get out of it because I'm clueless of that right now. But right now, who would be the favorite? It's a Jack Adams award. That's the coaching award, right? Jack Adams.
Well, I know. I think right now they're saying it's Dan Muse or Coach Quinville.
I think Quinville is definitely a favorite right there.
Yeah.
Nobody expected the Ducks to do what they've done. And look at what they didn't have last year and what they're doing this year. Their biggest overall weakness was they could not score a goal.
No, our overall weakness was Cronin. And okay, now here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. Does Cronin feel like he's that bad of a coach where he couldn't get this team to do anything, and look what they're doing now? I mean, it's not a huge difference between the two teams last 2 years. I mean, Kreider and Granlund is really the only difference.
Okay.
And Seneca, but still.
So let me put it this way. Are you coaching to now? Here's one thing that I think is wrong that the Kings do. They coach to a philosophy of defense first instead of looking at your talent pool and trying to get the most out of your talent. And I think what Quinville's doing is exactly that, especially offensively right now. He is getting the best out of his team, and it's totally impressive of what he's done. And you know what? Now we know why he was a 3-time Stanley Cup champion coach.
Yeah.
Now, he could fail the rest of the season and the Ducks don't do as well as they've been doing. It's a possibility. I mean, we can't discount anything because things do happen sometimes and they're weird. But he's proving that he came here and they were not that good of a team, and look at what he's done with them. I'm impressed, totally impressed. So other goalies, could I ask a question?
Yes.
Would these be names I would readily think about?
This guy you should definitely know about.
This guy I should definitely know about. Okay. So
I'm gonna give you a hint. One guy leads in both categories.
He leads in both, and I know him. Okay.
Oh, you should definitely know him.
I should definitely know him.
Yeah, let's just say he's not fast. He's
Jonathan Quick.
Jonathan Quick. He's leading in both categories. He has a save percentage of .950 and a goals against average of 1.26.
Okay, so that totally explains somebody. Where did I see it? I saw it maybe on Instagram or something, where he goes, how come we gave up on Quick? How come we gave up on Quick so quick? Well, because he was playing horrible back then. It doesn't mean he would continue. Wow.
So I'm on Instagram right now, and there's an Instagram account called Darcy Kemper's Burners. He asked his followers to send in LA King mock trades, but as a joke, like funny trades. You're gonna love this one.
Okay.
The Kings get $30 in cash, and the Dragons, the KHL team from China, they get Cody Ceci for $30 cash. The Kings get nothing, and the Devils get Brant Clark. The Kings get a 20-piece chicken nuggets, fries, and a Sprite from McDonald's, and McDonald's gets Jim Hiller.
I'd make that trade right now.
I saw that and I thought that was pretty funny.
But I am hungry right now. That's probably why I said that. But we still have White Lady tacos, and I think I'm going to have that for lunch.
Well, you enjoy that. We're going to go out and see Grandma and Papa after we're done with this.
Yeah, Mexican food, I think.
Oh, is that where Grandma didn't tell me? I told us to surprise us, whatever she wanted.
Oh, well, I broke the surprise. So, sorry.
Great.
Sorry, Grandma.
Live on the podcast. But all right. Well, before we get out of here, thank you everyone for tuning in. You know, Kevin, Adam, Mom. I thought we had one other person, but I could be wrong. But nope. Oops.
Adam is Eeyore.
Yeah, you're Eeyore. I don't know where that came from. I don't remember that, but thank you for everyone tuning in live on Royally Quacked on episode 87. We got a lot of likes, or not a lot of likes, sorry, a lot of views on our last YouTube video. But the thing is, nobody liked the video. So if you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Let's see a lot more likes. Comment on the video. Tell us what you think about these Anaheim Ducks and the LA Kings. Tell us your thoughts. And like I said, let us know. And like I said, don't forget
and subscribe.
And subscribe.
It's not gonna cost you any money.
And Adam, quack, quack, quack. And then also, it was yesterday, but happy birthday, Grandma. And was it next week or the week after? Happy birthday to Grandpa. But like you said, we could probably do that next week. And like I said, and Kevin, thanks for a great episode again, guys. Have a great week. You too, Kevin. Happy birthday, Grandma. Grandmas are the best. I'll definitely, when I see her later, I'll definitely tell her you say that. But like I said, everyone, make sure you hit the like button on YouTube. We'd really appreciate that. It really helps. And also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, or even comment on the video on Spotify. Leave a ratings. And like, hit the subscribe button. Like my dad said, like and subscribe. And like I said, I don't know what's going on with the whole Spotify thing. Everything is up. Except for episode 84 and 85. I'm still working on that one. It's just because, like I said, just stupid copyright crap.
So go to Apple Podcasts, go to one of the other
Amazon Music, iHeart.
We'll get Spotify fixed. Cody's working really hard on that.
Yeah,
he'll get Spotify fixed. Yeah. Watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube and Twitch.
You can see this ugly mug.
That's definitely an ugly mug.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, and we'll see you guys next week on episode number 88. So I'm excited for episode 88. It's just crazy that we're already there.
Amen.
So, yeah, you have anything else to add before we get out of here?
Go Kings, go.
Let's go Ducks. I have spoken.
See you next week.
No, I have spoken.
Father